whatever age you are, whether you are 18 or 80, if you do not know what a living will, a healthcare power of attorney, or financial power of attorney, or you've heard of them, but you like, I don't really know what they all about, keep watching, because not knowing can really cost you. Let's get into the first document, a living will. In this document, you are saying what type of medical treatment you are saying what kind of medical treatment you want should anything happen and you're not in the position to speak on your behalf. Would you want to be on a ventilator? Would you want feeding tubes? Would you want life-sustaining treatment? This document is basically putting your voice on paper so your loved ones will not have to guess during an emotional moment. There's already a document that's spelling out what you're down with and what you're not for. Now, the second type of document is a healthcare power of attorney. This is the person you are choosing to speak on your behalf if you're ever incapacitated and unable to speak for yourself. This is the person who will be making medical decisions for you. A healthcare power of attorney really needs to be someone you trust. So if you've got an ex and they was known for cheating and y'all ain't ended well, that might not be who you would want to select as your healthcare power of attorney. I don't know. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. I would not. Okay? You want to select someone who knows what matters to you and can advocate on your behalf. Now, this is only something that is active when you are alive. When you are no longer here, that role no longer exists. I used to be a long-term care ombudsman, so I did a lot of work in nursing homes and assisted living homes, and people use this title to get personal information about the resident, but the resident was able to speak on their own behalf. They didn't need a healthcare power of attorney at the time. A healthcare power of attorney is someone who comes into place when you are not able to speak on your behalf. Now, let's move on to the financial power of attorney. So this one's all about the money. This is the person that you would put in charge of managing things like your bills, your bank accounts, or other financial responsibilities that you may have. That person's going to be in charge of that. And typically, whomever people choose for their healthcare power of attorney, a lot of times they also choose that person to be their financial power of attorney because, again, the trust is there, okay? Let's move on to a will. People typically confuse a living will and a will because it's like, why is there a will in both? The living will is really in place when you're alive. A will comes into place when you are no longer here. You done gone up to meet them. And this is something, again, that a lot of people do not have. We have heard about the many celebrities when they die. Did they have a will in place? No. And it caused so many issues. So your will says, when you die, who gonna get what? So that could be your money, personal belongings, even deciding who gonna get your pet and your fish. Do you want someone to have them? Without that will, the state steps in, and which can lead to drama, confusion, and just a bunch of conflicts that don't nobody want as we continue aging. Now, a common myth is that only wealthy people have wills. Well, considering a lot of the celebrities who have passed who did not, that is a lie. Wills are not created just for wealthy people. Don't have to be rich to have a will. Honestly, a will is really about clarity, not just the cash. It's a way to leave messages or simply just give clear instructions to those who need them. I also want to throw in there that as time moves forward, it's okay if as you evolve, your documents evolve. These are living documents and really should be updated as your life, your relationships, and your values shift. Because as we continue aging, all of that changes. So a good rule of thumb is to revisit these documents about every 3 to 5 years, or after a major life event like marriage, childbirth, divorce, or diagnosis. Now, these are legal documents, so I want to make it clear that it's really important that you understand what these documents are saying. They got a lot of words on it, and to someone who doesn't have a legal background, it can really seem like a lot of gibberish, very intimidating, and you just want to be like, okay, I'm just gonna sign it and be done with it. You need to know what's on this document. So it's really good to talk it over with an attorney to make sure you really have clarity. Let me know in the comments, did you know about any of these documents before this video today? And are there questions that you have? Let's talk more about it and keep the conversation going. All right, that's all I got. In the meantime, in between time, you be blessed, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.